I think next, real quick on the Sox is, it's kind of like you have to do a down on the farm segment now with the Sox because of Eloy and Robert being down there. But what we're going to talk about first, and I can't wait to get your thoughts on this because I have some thoughts on it, and perhaps the Tigers would like to take Yermin Mercedes off our hands because
Oh, yes.
I would love that if you maybe you want Mercedes for
We would, but
Stoke.
I'm questioning his mental state at this
Well,
point more than
why?
his
Well,
physical state.
Ryan, why don't you do tell? Why are you questioning his mental state?
Well, in his dramatic fashion as you can imagine on Instagram, much like a 12-year-old girl breaking up with her boyfriend,
I
we got
don't.
a an
I don't.
ominous post from Yermin Mercedes saying it's over. Uh, Immediately, I mean, I didn't really read much of the post. I mean, he was just talking about how he was thankful for his career, but it was time to go or whatever. Only to be followed up equally, if not more dramatically, what, 8 hours later?
No, no. It was at least the next day.
Well, yeah, I
Oh,
mean, it was late night, and then it was like the next morning or next
yeah,
afternoon.
probably like yeah, but maybe it was only 8 hours later. You
Yeah,
might be right. I don't even know.
a dramatic,
This is
even
the
more
best.
dramatic photo of a firebird, a phoenix rising in that tried to state that Mercedes was indeed finally returning to baseball after all those hours. And that I don't know. I don't know what happened. You might know more about what was going on. We've talked about the rise and fall of Yermin Mercedes
Yeah.
all season on this. I didn't think he was capable of this kind of drama played out on social media. It's funny. I hope he's doing all right. He clearly is because I think he's hit a couple home runs
Well, he
since
hit a home
he's
run.
come back.
He can't. They didn't
He
play
did
him.
last night at
Yeah,
least.
first at bat he jacked one. But
He's
what
back.
he's back. Yeah, I think this goes back to something I brought up with that Buck Showalter said back in
Mm.
April about Mercedes that they had passed on Mercedes because they had a chance to draft him. The Sox didn't draft him. I can't remember.
He
I think Boston was it?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Did you get him
Uh,
the Rule 5
yeah,
pick at some
somehow.
point? Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
keep
something like
forgetting.
that.
I think we've talked
Uh,
about this, but
but Showalter they passed on him because of his what they felt was
a little
we
screwy.
yeah a little screwy, yeah, like his mental his makeup, his that sort of makeup. They passed on him. They didn't like his attitude.
Hmm.
And the red flag here is I found out. So what was curious is he gets pulled after two at bats and gets replaced in the game. Now none of this information came out until after he announced his return, but he was pulled in that game for not hustling.
Yeah.
They took him out. They benched him. They said, you. I don't know if it didn't. They didn't get into specifics. I don't know if it was he didn't run out a hit or whatever, but they pulled him for not hustling. His reaction to that is, "I'm done with baseball," and that is for a 28-year-old essential lifetime AAA player who does
Mm-hmm.
bat like 308, 302 lifetime down there. But to have that reaction is so immature
Hmm.
and so not the type of player I want involved in my organization. I don't care how well you hit. You're going to end up with a Mercedes like the Sox had. You're going to have a Mercedes who, when his head's in the right spot, can tear the shit out of the ball. But the minute something happens, and now looking back at it, it could have been the LaRussa incident now,
I
based
think
on this reaction, that really did send him into the downward spiral.
I think you said it right there. We joked about that, and everyone kind of joked about that, how that could send him into a spiral. But that wasn't necessarily the real thinking. That was just us having fun with a bizarre situation. But I think, as you've seen, his maturity or mental state isn't the most solid. So I think you could be onto something there. It really did have that detrimental effect on him, which is maybe it was going to happen one way or the other. It's just unfortunate that the manager was the cause of that
Yeah,
in
yeah,
strange situation. But
yeah.
that's clearly water under the bridge. LaRussa has recovered. That was probably his worst moment. I think where he
I,
received the most heat.
I think that
And
was
you
like
haven't heard much about LaRussa being a controversial old manager since then. He's
no,
not
that was
making
like the
boneheaded moves
mountaintop.
or
Yeah.
so things have settled out for everyone except for Mercedes, I guess, since that point. But I don't know. As a graphic designer, I have to hand it to Yermin for dramatic. It's over, and then followed up by the equally dramatic Firebird Phoenix
Yeah.
rising out of Arizona.
8 hours later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he gets drama through visual communication. So congratulations,
Yeah.
Yermin.
He's hip. He's 28. He knows what's going on.